New York, and that's why I think it was based in New York. I think he kind of used what he knew, what he had at his disposal. You know what I mean? At his fingertips, right?
Yeah, because I think even at this time, when he asked for a budget from the studio, they told him that he got Silver to ask for a budget to film this movie, to actually for the filming, and he spent spent like several, I think like two or 3 years with them before he actually got the confidence and to ask them to be in a film.
Okay, that's kind of unique.
So he went. Even a lot of these scenes, like the park scene, is based off a skate video.
A real life skate video.
Yeah, where they beat up a guy. Like that was like in the skate video and stuff. He got inspired by all that. So I know he really does dive into whatever he does as far as filming is concerned. I know he spent a lot of time with the kids from What's Up Rockers before he started filming that too.
He broke his shoulder skating, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
He didn't know how to skate beforehand, so he started learning.
So that way he could fit in, Yeah.
So he's not a fucking poser, man.
He's a soul skater, dog.
Yeah. That's cool. He rides longboards.
He ain't no bro either.
Yeah. Longboards in New York, dude. Damn. That's crazy. What would you guys rate this film?
First off, would you think would James agree that it's 46%? Would you agree to that on its Rotten score, dude?
For me, watching this again, even though I think I enjoyed it a lot more now being older, to be honest, I would give it a 7.
Yeah. 7 for me too, dude. But for how dope and grimy it was, a 10.
On graininess, it's a 10. On just cinematic experience, it's a 7.
That's what
I mean. That's a fair score.
Yeah, that's what we're saying, dude. Like the cinematic point of it, we all know it's kind of gritty and kind of shot really kind of poorly. But I felt like.
Do you think it's? I think that it's not shot poorly. I thought it was kind of expertly shot.
You know what scene was good, and you might have not noticed it, is when they go upstairs and he just has the camera pointed into a mirror, but I couldn't really tell they were going upstairs in a mirror. I thought they were coming up. It was a pretty dope scene. I don't know if anyone caught that.
When I was saying, the way, how can I say, it's not shot as how it would be a 1995 film, as on a higher budget, is what I was trying to say.
Of course.
You kind of see it as I don't want to say it you see it as a B-rate movie, but it's almost like
an indie movie.
Like James said when he opened up, he said guerrilla style filming.
Yeah.
Guerrilla style.
Yeah.
So we were both, Oneris and I came to the agreement that the way it's filmed in that guerrilla style, we give it a 7 or so. But for the realness,
the context and everything.
The realness of the movie is 10.
10, dude. It has to be 10. That shit is reality punch. Anybody that hasn't seen that and sees it nowadays is not going to take it as hard as us or anybody who's seen it when it came out in the 90s, opposed to seeing it now, because we're so desensitized to shit that's already out there now. But imagine seeing this. Imagine being the dude that's hey, I have an idea about this movie about these fucking kids. You know what I'm saying?
Who spread AIDS.
Yeah, and they pitch it, and the way
it's girls, actually.
Yeah, dude, everything. I don't know, man. This was a fucking. I hate to say it, it's a fucking Weinstein wet dream, dude.
They actually did. They financed this movie.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, dude. He was there filming it.
Yeah, that's true. That's not. Yeah. You're not lying.
No, I ain't lying. This shit to me looked like some Hollywood elite fucking yeah, let's make that movie as a as a really artsy film, but also as a mockery to let Hollywood know we could fucking do anything we want, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just one man's opinion, you know.
Yeah, that guy decided to whip it all into a movie, dude. Like that's cool, dude.
So
For me,
I'd probably give it like a 6 or a high 6, almost up there at a 7. But I do give it its kudos for hitting those marks of like super like sensitive issues and things that did go on. And even now they still go on. Like that stuff still happens now. It's not like it doesn't happen anymore.
Hey, yeah. I have a quick something. Would you guys agree that if this story came out as a Netflix original series, it wouldn't have that much of an impact as it was as a 1995 film?
if you watch,
I don't think so.
I think what they would do if it was released like that.
Yeah, on
13 Reasons is quite similar, a lot similar to this.
yeah,
Aside from the fact of like spreading AIDS and stuff, but I think, I think 13 Reasons has a larger impact than this does.
Okay. That was like my main thing, is because I feel like this is a timepiece for that 90s,
like that era.
Yeah, it was more impacted because you can take that story, that same exact story now, and it's probably as impact as a Netflix original story. You know
watch 13 Reasons. It's the same. Okay. It's the same thing. Like it deals with high school stuff and bullying and rapes and shit like that.
I always heard it was good, but
it's like a more modern tale or story on kids,
and it gives you more. Like you have like all of these.
You get more. You get 13 episodes.
Yeah.
So you get 13 hours of basically a movie.
Yeah.
There's more. There's more seasons. There's like 2 seasons more.
Yeah,
three seasons. Right.
3 seasons.
So it's good stuff.
Even Euphoria kind of.
Oh yeah.
Euphoria
too.
Yeah.
Euphoria. I feel like Euphoria is like
the perfect. Euphoria is like the perfect like movie to put this with. Like, well, that's why I think
right.
HBO.
HBO, yeah. Well, it's on Hulu, yeah.
Oh, it's okay, yeah.
But yeah, if you wanna put that, I don't think it would be so much of an impact, just because there's so much raunchier stuff out right now.
Yeah, there's already things like that.
Yeah. And so
Diego,
it's you.
I was just gonna say you didn't give us your score.
Oh, my score is a 8.
Okay.
I feel like this movie, for the time it came out, to the storyline, to the fact that Harmony Korine wrote this in 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
And he was 19 at the time. Like, that spoke to like the level of what he wanted to put out there, and the amount of Larry Clark being almost a 50-year-old man going up to his 19-year-old. Here, I have a motion picture that I want you to write for, and him giving them the reins to do it, you know, and how the way it came out, like the fact that it looks more documentary oriented more than a feature film. It was just like on point. And I feel it gets the point across. Obviously, there's plot holes everywhere, but I felt like that was meant to be there.
Part of the mysteries, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you guys know, or if this is part of the Swan Facts, if there was ever a time where when Larry Clark made the movie and he submitted it, and do you know if he just wanted it to be a straight up like rated R, NC-17, doesn't matter, he wasn't going to cut it? Or was there some sort of like, if you want to put it out for like, you know, as a rated R or PG-13?
I think,
was that ever an option?
That's actually, it is a part of my Swan Facts, but,
okay, we'll wait on that.
Yeah, you want to wait? Okay.
That's fine.
Should we just dive into them?
Yeah, before we do the Swan Facts, I just wanted to say that I think, touching back on what James was saying about the sex scenes and how he wasn't really bothered by them. I wasn't either, and I think they're actually done pretty tastefully. They're kind of from the was like the top of the torso shot, you know, like, or they have the sheets covering them and stuff where you can't really see anything that's too visceral, you know. It's more what really made me cringe and it bothers me even to this day. It's the interactions between even within the girl circle and the guy circle, what they're saying to each other and how they talk about each other, and their like naivety towards like life and sexual experiences, and you know.
Yeah, you can kind of see that they don't understand what they really do. Even when they beat up that guy, and I think Casper says like, "Yo, you think that guy was dead?" He's like, "Nah, he was still twitching on the floor." It just lets you know, like, they don't have any perception on what they do. You know,
it's just living in the moment.
Yeah, or like that the girls in the future are gonna talk about how Telly smashed a bunch of virgin girls, and he had like fucking that shit the whole time, dude. His little STDs, dude.
Me and Oneris.
But they thought in the movie, they thought Telly was an okay guy, but Casper was the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, but now they're gonna have this bad thoughts about Telly in their future. Like, if they ever were to like do a future show.
Because even then, when he's like, oh, like, man, she's 13, like, blah blah, and then they were like okay with it, they just laughed it off. I was like, damn, what the heck? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, this is norm? This
or
is norm
she's 12 or whatever. Like, no, they don't say it. The girl that he opens with, that he's talking with, like, in the opening credits, she's like 11 or 12, dude.
Yeah. That was like 18.
Or, he couldn't have been, he had to have been at least 15, you know, not her age, for sure.
I think, Dealer is borderline 17, dude. Like,
he's probably 16 or 17. Maybe 18, but I doubt it.
No, because the whole point is that they're not legal
kids.
age.
Yeah. Do you think Jenny? Do you think when Jenny saw Telly hitting up that virgin or Darcy, you think she just didn't tell him because it was already too late, or she was just in shock, drugged up, or
it was already too late? I think
it was already too late.
And because she hesitates, and then he's like, "Shut the fucking door!"
Yeah,
I don't even think he noticed her because he was so into what he was doing. Like
Darcy,
and it sucks because like during that sex scene, you could just hear Darcy say, "Oh, it hurts, Tully."
The pain or whatever.
And then he's not stopping. I was like, God damn! I was like, bro, like chill.
I can only imagine filming this movie, dude. How fucking like crazy it was.
And he had to have another virgin that same day. He had to, like, dude, in his head, he had to have one. I was like, wow, you just at that age thinking about you have to have another virgin.
That's why this film was so controversial, because the filmmaker he was an older dude. And a lot of people dismiss this as like, oh, this is like borderline child pornography. Like, fuck this, or you know what I mean? Like, people got really offended by this. But let's jump into the Swan Facts now. Swan Facts. Are you guys there still?
Yes.
Some of these we kind of treaded over within, but I'll still read them. Two of the film stars, Justin Pierce and Harold Hunter, died at a very young age. Rosario Dawson's first role, or this was her first role, in which she depicts a promiscuous teen, when in fact she was a virgin until she was 20.
I beat her by 1 year. I waited until I was 21.
And she was a straight A student at this time, so it was kind of funny, like the parallels of her character and her.
I just want to say quick. When I was 17, watching that movie, seeing her for the first time at 17, it was over, dude. I was all about Rosario Dawson. It's over.
The film was honored in 2015 with the cast reunion for the very first time, followed by a kids-inspired line by Supreme, because they were actually